At Papa John's, we know our stuff.
We know how to hand stuff our crust with more flavors than anyone else.
Like the garlicky seasoned cheese and our garlic epic stuffed
How many
crust
brackets
pizza.
are
We're talking Papa John's iconic garlic
Well, I'm
sauce
glad I
flavor,
didn't actually
mixed with cheese and
do a
stuffed
bracket
right
this
into
year.
the crust of your
Depends. How's UK doing?
No one loves a crust like Papa John's.
Counting their
Jesus.
money
garlic
so
epic
they can
stuffed
buy
crust
that
pizza.
son of a bitch up.
Available now only at Papa John's.
We'll see.
I mean, what is it, like 33 million?
34, I think.
34.
That's
At that
stupid.
point, why quibble?
What's 1 more million?
Yeah.
You get 17 million a year, and then you get he just re-signed, so that was another $20 million signing bonus.
God.
And his contract is in perpetuity after death.
I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, I don't. The comment that he made, where he's like, "I'm not gonna not recruit freshmen." Like, nobody said that, but just supplement with some people that can stay for 3 years and not have a team.
Yeah,
of
man.
freshmen.
I've always been anti one and done.
Well, I mean, Krzyzewski even went away from that. You know, he ended up getting some that were, but then he had people that were there for 2 or 3 years to supplement. You know.
Well, you know, that's the
supplement
market. There's always going to be some.
Mhm.
When you're recruiting the top players in the country, get
Me,
some
like
that are only going to
Jay
stay
Wright and all
1
these
year,
other
right?
Yeah, and are Jay
But,
Wright and all these other
well,
coaches
plus-
not making these kids money? I mean,
But you don't.
Well, plus, it's not like we haven't had guys that left early. I mean, it was obvious that some of these kids should have stayed a year longer than they did.
That goes to Duke, North Carolina, Kentucky, are expecting to spend 1 year and go to the NBA. I mean, at least the top
Well,
recruits.
they're not already.
And most of them aren't ready for the NBA when they go, and they end up spending 2, 3, 4 years in the D League.
yeah.
Where they could have just stayed
you
in
say
college.
What I've seen, the kids who go to the NBA are ready, they excel in the NBA and they do great. I don't see very many people going to the D League and spending a couple years there and getting better and then having an NBA career.
You got a terrible echo, John.
Whose echo is that?
You. We
Yours.
always hear it softly and then hear your main voice.
He's got to
Man,
reverse.
I'm
echo.
using my good.
Are you in a different room?
I'm using my good. Yeah. I'm in Jared's house, and I'm using my and the Discord app on my phone.
Maybe his audio or his mic
Yeah,
is picking you up.
His mic's picking you up.
That's what Jen and I always had to do. You always got to mute.
You got to separate. One of you go to the kitchen.
Let me see.
Yeah,
I'm
you gotta go in
gonna.
different
We're in separate rooms.
I'm just teasing.
We're in separate rooms. I'm gonna close the door and see if that helps.
Put baby in a corner.
John, go to your
Whole
room.
family in the corner.
You know
All right,
what's
is that
funny
better?
is
John
Yeah,
has to put
yeah.
him outside.
group text called before anybody else had ever said it. The whole
What's that?
family.
Not whole.
Yeah, I think it was Jared. Was still getting me.
Wait a second.
Oh, cheers.
Jared's getting ready to get ready.
I hear him in the background.
How's the new house? How's Jared's new house?
It's really good.
Cool. Is it real
Even
big?
better than the old house. For the retreat, it's really be perfect for a retreat.
Can't fucking wait.
Is
Oh,
it
It's a
is it older or newer?
It's older.
The basement is ridiculous.
Cool.
Yep, that's where I am. He's actually living about a mile, less than a mile from
Oh,
where
really?
I grew up. Yep.
Where at? How far? Is it the middle of Lexington?
It's on the south end of Lexington, out Clays Mill Road,
Okay.
kind of near Fayette Mall.
All right.
Hey, y'all.
I don't know why I haven't swung by there.
Is Fayette Mall still there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's booming.
Really? All the malls here are all just boarded up.
Our mall in Lafayette sucks ass. I don't know how it's staying open, but
How's
the
that
Lafayette,
place?
the mall here at Fayette Mall is doing good.
That the Summit, is it still vibrant or? I think
No idea.
it's
You're
right there.
actually-
It's right there at the corner of Man of War.
Here, it opened his door.
Man of War and Nicholasville Road. Big old area there across from the Walmart.
hmm I think all that area is doing well, but I don't know much about it. I mean, I'm only here for a few days.
They only let the highfalutin stores in there. So it's hard to, I didn't think it would last. I thought it would outprice itself.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The Summit, like where it has like the fancy apartments and everything.
Right.
Yeah, all
They got
that
this
still-
really
still-
nice ice cream place there, but like a cone is $12.
Yeah, they have like
Just a
the,
one scoop
Whole
cone is 12.
Foods. Yeah, Cameron and them stopped by that place because she was telling me all about it here the last time we were down Spartan Jared's.
Where all those pompous soap stores.
Hey, John, I don't know how far you are, but if you want to do dinner one night this week, just let me know.
All right. Well, I'm 2 hours away, so I'll have to
Okay,
see what my
yeah.
work schedule's like. But
Yeah, no worries.
Hi guys.
Hey.
How the hell are we?
Ow.
Tired.
Tired.
Drove all day.
Gotcha.
I drove 8 hours yesterday and then did my trip. We went
You
to
drive to
Michigan
New
before my
Orleans?
trip. No, I
Oh my
flew.
lord.
But I drove to Michigan first to go to the weed store.
Wow. Well, that's
That's
They
a
don't have
long
weed
haul.
stores in Kentucky.
No,
They don't in Indiana either.
I mean, not
it's
like
it's straight legal up there. So I just drove up there, got 170 bucks worth of shit, and then put some in my suitcase and made it here.
Dang. You put it in your
Alright.
suitcase? No.
Yeah, I checked
weed-
it. They don't really, they always
Yeah,
say
yeah,
that they don't look for things, but if they stumble upon it and see it, then they'll say something. So
You have a
it's like
weed
I
card?
didn't check it. I just put it in my
Ah.
stowaway bag.
Yeah, just
Or
don't be
not my
stupid about it.
carry-on. Yeah, exactly.
But it doesn't show up on the X-ray machine?
It didn't go through it because it got checked.
they don't X-ray check the baggage.
Nope.
No, not really.
It works if you put it through the scanner either way.
Believe me, Sid comes back and forth all the time.
Yeah, that's from
And
experience.
the dogs can't smell it.
Even in the carry-on.
Yep, they don't give a shit.
Cool. Yeah, because I think I put it next to like my flossers and some other package of stuff, so it was like mixed in with toiletries and things, and so
You're supposed to
cool.
put it in a
I
can of
just didn't
coffee
risk
and then
it.
wrap it in
I just didn't risk
tinfoil.
my vape pen. I didn't want
As
to
long
carry.
as it's just not super obvious,
I thought you were
they're
supposed to
not
put
going
it
to
up your
actively
butt.
search out for it.
Up your anal cavity.
it's preferred to be
Supposed to,
put up your
like,
butt,
stuff it into condoms and then swallow them.
Yeah.
because then they
That's
assume it's
how I
something really
transport
bad. Then they're worried about it.
That's how I transport everything.
Me
So you
too.
Never want
That's
to
where I
smoke
keep
with
my
Joe
car
Bob.
keys.
Never want to
Put it
smoke
in
with
your
Joe
kid's
Bob.
That's right.
diaper and it's all
It always
good.
has a weird burn to it.
Yeah, if you can stuff it up your ass, you're so much better if you can just stuff it up your.
She
That
said,
pen? No, sure. That's just my toothpaste.
I'm
That's my
confused
watch.
to know if you guys are doing it to sneak it or just doing it to do it.
It
Because
was a
it
dare.
feels good.
Did it on a dare.
All right, guys. Let's.
Well, you don't have to pay for a check bag if it's up your ass.
That's right. But try getting it in
How
the
much-
in the
How much
overhead
stuff
bin.
you put up in there?
all I can think of is the Christopher Walken. So I took the watch and I
Yeah.
shoved it up my ass.
I wore this uncomfortable
As
son
one
of a
does.
Somebody's got an ass of holding.
That's right.
bitch.
Ass of holding.
That's
It's Bobby with an
Bobby
eye.
with an eye.
Yep,
Bobby
Bobby
with
with an
an
eye
eye.
has an ass of
They
holding.
them. They them.
Not
Bobby
that
with
there's
an eye.
anything wrong with that.
Asshole. Holding.
All right, guys, let's jump into this. Let's play some make believe. So we are on episode 17 here at Van Richten's Tower. Okay, Kennedy is really live at Wire tonight.
Yeah. Can you put
Thank
her
you.
outside, please?
Yep. So episode 17 at Van Richten's Tower. And we have decidedly let Ackless go. I believe he's been buried. I believe Reverend Raylan would like to make one more attempt in the morning after the rest. I guess I haven't done the rest yet. So after the rest, he would like very much to attempt to revive Stella.
And I believe before we rest, we were going to put up a hut around her, and I was gonna stay out. Y'all stay out there. We're gonna so we can get her stuff back and protect her.
All right. So is that what you are doing, y'all? Casting the hut?
Cast Liam's tiny hut outside around her. I'll make it opaque so you can't see into it.
And you have to be there with her, I believe. You have to stay inside with her. I'm going to move you through the door here, Raylan.
Oh, sorry.
It says
I want to go
9
run
creatures
outside
of
and
medium size or smaller can fit. So
yeah,
I want to go outside and just myself real quick before I go. I'm not going to move him or anything.
Okay.
He's just going to go outside and use up his slots to heal himself.
Okay, go ahead and do that real quick.
I'll watch him. How many slots is he using? Which one is he using? What is he doing? If we're getting ready to rest, I probably wouldn't heal you right now, so it's okay.
No, I wouldn't expect you to. All right, so let me see where am I?
Yeah, that would be unexpected.
I got to target myself first. All right, here we go. Does anybody else got to do anything while I'm doing this? You can go on, Jared. It's not gonna. I'm just gonna heal myself till I'm full.
I'm gonna put the effects on Stella because it does not have her on there. Unconscious and dying. Where's dying?
I'm sorry the journal's late, everyone.
Yeah,
that was a jam-packed episode last week. Holy smokes!
That's no lie.
All right, I'm up. So,
who's on journal tonight?
Whoever's after me.
Me.
Not me.
I am.
Joe Bob, real quick. How's Cam's mom doing?
She has been discharged. She goes back on Monday. Don't really know. They said it was fluid behind her eye and a busted blood vessel. Wet macular degeneration.
Oh.
Okay.
So that's what's going on.
All right. Okay, so is everybody ready for the rest?
Yes.
As we're settling in for our rest, Salim is over here in the corner of the tower, and he's acting a little frantic. And finds his backpack and he upends it on the floor, and shakes everything in his backpack out, and he starts pulling these items that have never seen the light of day, probably. And he pulls his little vestments, puts it around his neck, and he gets a little block of incense and a censer, and he gets everything set up, and he starts praying. Mieliki, so sorry that I left you. So sorry. Please, come back to me. Come back to me. He just keeps muttering to himself, and he just wet, beating up on his forehead. He's just really praying.
And you hear there's nothing. It's quiet. There's no response to your prayers.
I wasn't expecting one. I just was letting you know that.
Nope. I appreciate that.
In the throes of trying to regain.
Are you trying to hide this, or are you?
No, he's not. He's not trying to hide.
Raskeller is looking at you intently, watching you.
What is that around you?
Looks like he's been targeted.
I targeted myself to heal myself.
Oh, okay. I'd never seen that before. He's got the mark.
He's paying very close attention to you now, since you're doing that.
I don't notice. My eyes are closed. It's just rocking back and forth. And the smoke from the incense comes up. He's like waving his hands through it and wrapping it over him like a cloak of protection.
Okay, anything else for?
He will enter your mind. I didn't plan this, but he's going to enter your mind right now. He's going to say, Salim, why do you waste your time with that unforgiving deity? You are perfect, or her. Is it her? Or him?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think it's her.
It's her.
Really
You do not need her. You do not need her. You are perfect the way you are.
Salim stops rocking. His eyes pop open. They're all bloodshot. What's that voice? Who's doing that?
And he talks to you again in your mind. He says, I think you know who it is.
I recognize the voice and I fixate on you. My eyes just, all of a sudden I just center on you.
He says, you don't need to beat yourself up over this.
You leave me alone, you son of a bitch. You stay over there and just stay out of my mind. He goes back to his praying.
Okay, and then he will just not talk to him anymore. They'll keep on looking at him.
Okay, is everybody where they want to be camped out?
I am.
Yep. I'm gonna go with yes.
Yes. All right. So you all wake up and you wake up just extra achy and you're hurting, and a couple of wounds that you have previously suffered have popped open in your slumber, and you've bled. You awake with 10 points of damage.
Who?
Whoa. Okay.
I put them on you already.
All right, wasn't me.
While I was inside the.
While you're inside the hut.
Wow.
With Stella. It's her. She's back.
Beyond the grave.
No kidding. Thought that bitch was dead.
Okay, so the rest of you coming out now, or
can I do a medicine check to see like the origin or what happened?
Sure.
And I'm gonna go ahead and use give myself guidance on it. All right. Oh, of course, I rolled off the 8.
Other than your previous wounds that have opened up, you don't know what has happened.
Is Reverend still asleep, or is he awake yet?
Oh no, am I?
I thought, but Reverend's fine.
Is he awake though, or is he still sleeping?
Yeah,
Excuse me.
Sure, he's awake.
I'm gonna Reverend, somehow inside the hut I've got these wounds. Can you look at them for me? I don't know what happened.
Of course. Medicine check with guidance. I don't know why I didn't add the guidance on there. Ugh.
So one more than I did.
Yeah. Don't really know. Just for some reason, these wounds have just reopened.
Would I like me to heal you?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep looking around. So we
Alright,
can see outside of it, but
yeah, I'll level 1 cure wounds and cycle life here.
oh, perfect. Weird.
Out or do anything, or what's the rest of you doing?
I'm casting good berries as well.
The next morning, I'll come outside, just take a look around.
I'll
Did you
come
feel
out.
any bites? Or are these the ones from yesterday?
As far as I can tell, they're still the same ones from yesterday, but I don't. They've opened up recently, and nothing can get in or out of the hut. So,
did you meditate in your sleep to, I'm trying to figure out how we gain rest with hit die, if we get our health back, how that actually works into the story. So did you heal them and then they reopened in the morning?
as far as I know, I didn't go to sleep with any active wounds. They opened up. Took a while. It had to have.
This fucking place. As I cannot stand it. It is ridiculous.
So is there any way that I can look around that would show any sign of blood, moved to dirt, anything that was different from the beginning?
Sure.
Can I do a survival for like holes in the ground? Like, did something come up and bite him?
Sure.
Oh, roll off a big one. I find nothing.
And then I'll roll that for guidance. Nothing. 14.
It is perhaps the stigmata.
Leeches.
Shadow, you going out?
Yeah.
Salim, what are you doing? You going in? You staying in? You going out?
Salim wakes up. He obviously has passed out in prayer, fallen into the incense. He's got a big black smudge on his face. And he wakes up. He throws all his stuff in his backpack and he comes out. Looks terrible, though. Bloodshot eyes and frantic.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else from you guys in the tent, or you dropped the dome?
How long has it been? It's what, full? How long is a full rest? 8 hours?
8 hours.
8.
Yeah, so that's the whole duration of it. So it'd be going away about now, anyways.
To Rathskeller. Hey, I'm very sorry that I lost my temper with you last night. Please don't take it personally. It startled me with your voice in my head.
Rathskeller looks at him and just smiles. And He kind of pats him. Thank you, honey. He kind of pats his shoulder and says, "It's understandable. It can at times when someone enters your head like that, and you're not used to it. But I assure you, I mean no harm.
Yes.
I just offer you a better way. That's all."
Well, I appreciate it, but I had the best way once, and I want it back. But
Suit yourself. And he looks over to Jide. He says, "Practical Jide, your new uniform." And he tosses him some black, rolled up.
So Jide's a gimp. Here's your leather, Jide.
Jide instantly just starts taking his little silvered blade and just cutting fringe in the material.
Chad's now got assless
He's just
Chad.
hard at work, just fringing that and cutting in a crop top.
Perfect practical Jide. You are going to be perfect.
Now he is NWO Jide.
Yeah. New World Order Jide. Black Hogan.
As they're doing, I'm gonna walk over and just be looking around again at this wagon. I've never really looked that closely at it.
Okay.
I think that's a good idea.
I will revivify.
Practical Jide, would you like to search this wagon before they steal all the good stuff?
Oh,
Trying to
bend
open up.
down and grab her hand. Like I kind of kneel down and grab her hand and put my hand on her forehead.
Okay. And you let the divine magic move through you and into Stella. And the diamond glows dimly. And the magic enters her body. Protected by gentle repose, this spell should work. However, Stella's eyes do not open. Does not rise.
Oh. Way to go, James.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna, as soon as I see that, I'm gonna put a hand on Reverend's shoulder. Reverend, we've done all we can. We must move from this place as it's no longer safe. Something could get inside of this hut. Sitting out here like ducks.
I'm just kind of head sagged. This place is just a blight on everything. Never had a chance here.
Do you want to do anything else?
I would ask, I will bury her next to Aklis and drop Wadsworth into her.
Has the shadow already staked her?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Yep. I'm burying her first. I have a shovel swinging it at him. No. You cannot defile her.
Are you really trying to stop me?
Well, yeah, I just tried to bring her back, and she cannot come back. So she would not come back. Like literally, I'm at the end of my things, and I'm just kind of like really trying to grasp at straws. Any sort of decencies things, and I'm not actually swinging a shovel at you, but I'm puppy dog.
Are you really? You're trying to deter me?
Yes, I don't. I would prefer her not to be defiled. Enough awfulness is going on. She cannot come back. Her divine night is gone. Jesus.
The purpose for this action is to prevent more bad shit from happening. There are forces here beyond your control and beyond your knowledge. There are other magics in this world besides the divine that bring things back from the dead, darker things that could over.
I am going to do one last attempt. This was his whole life. It's going to take. But I would like to try a persuasion.
Okay.
With guidance. Just kind of pleading on Shadow to plead him just to leave her unsullied, Fuck, of course. Alright, I'm sure that does not do it. That's a 16. So
16's pretty good.
That's not
pretty
bad.
good.
I mean, it depends on what his.
Bad.
I will say.
If she comes back, I will kill her. If she comes back fouled.
You are a priest. I will defer to you on this matter. However, it is against my better judgment, and I just walk away.
Yes, if she comes back, I shall kill. I shall stop her. I will destroy undead something. I will stop.
Hopefully, it will not come to that.
Agreed.
Yeah, there's no way that this in the ass.
No way at all.
What's
What
the
could happen?
spell?
Whether it does or not, that's what he would do. He can't. I mean, it's.
I think a 16 is pretty good persuasion. I mean, you're a priest, and I'm a fighter. I mean, I think it's reasonable to think I would defer to you.
All right. Well, I will bury her and drop Wadsworth in with her. Him. She can't keep Calamus because Calamus got buried back with Oglethorpe. He couldn't leave. Teleported back to him, I guess, when we buried him. I'll ask Salim. Salim can't do that.
What can Salim do?
Yeah, we buried them last time. I was going to ask Salim if he could consecrate the ground over here.
Absolutely. Salim will come over.
And I will kind of be like walking with him, kind of just being like, these are the steps that we must take to reach out to our goddesses. It soon just did not seem maybe the life that I wanted to give back to Stella. Maybe she saw better to know to not to bring her back. The choice is not mine. I do not know, but I think we can at least bless this ground in case Strahd or someone tries to disturb it. Hopefully it will be a holy site and hurtful.
Isn't there a spell? Kind of like
glyph of warding, I think, or something like that.
Alarm does too.
No, the warding does damage.
It's alarm goes off. Somebody comes your way.
I do need to take off. I'm taking off Speak with Dead because no more party members are dead at the moment that I'm going to talk to.
Okay.
Alarm's a ranger and a wizard. Damn it.
All right, my folks, looking at the wagon, I'm going to read this again. I read it before, but that was 17 episodes ago. Under layers of mud, this wagon sports a fresh coat of purple paint, and its wheels have fancy gold trim. A brass lantern hangs from each corner, and red drapes cover a tombstone-shaped window on each side. A steel padlock secures the back door, hanging from which is a cheap wooden sign, "Keep out."
But we don't know whose wagon it is.
You do not.
I
It
think
was not.
no,
It
no,
was
didn't.
not.
I
I
thought
thought
we
we
learned
knew
whose it was, and it
who
wasn't Rictavio's.
I think you said it was his
Out of a friend.
his
or something
protege
like
or his ward.
Oh,
His
Esmeralda or
mentee.
whatever. His mentee. Actually, you know what? Can I took off speak with dead. I think I would try to put a glyph of warding. I think now I didn't say that before I was sleeping, so will you allow that?
Sure, why not? We'll let you retcon this one time. So she's buried now, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, I don't think I'm gonna do that because it's not enough damage to actually, do severe damages and stuff, and it costs diamonds and stuff. So no, thank you. I'll leave motivational speech on.
Okay. So you guys staying up there? That shit thing. You guys gonna try to get into the wagon? What are you gonna do?
There's only one door in, the back door that's
Back
locked.
door with padlock.
And what's on the front of the wagon? Nothing. What's that thing look like?
That's the seat where they sit and
That's a seat.
guide the horses. You're talking about up and on the opposite end from where you guys are.
And we can't see anything inside, really.
No, windows
Obviously.
have curtains over them.
I don't have thieves' tools, but I'm interested to get in there. I could break it with my hammer, probably, but I am not really interested to do that. Is anybody able to try to pick that lock?
Man, if Stella come back, she'll have to have.
Can you please dig up those?
Tried, but he would have
Thieves'
failed.
tools. The thieves' tools are in the,
in the
Stella
party
had
sheet.
are in the party sheet.
There's still a
Can we
cloak of
weekend-
protection in
Oh,
the
we
party
looted her
sheet too. What's up
before
with that?
we took all her stuff.
Can we weekend at Bernie's Stella
Thief!
and use
You're
her
a thief! You stole
proficiencies
from
for it?
her!
What was that, Jeff? You asked something.
I just said there's also a cloak of protection in the
I thought
loot.
somebody
Yeah, I
took
think
that.
we're waiting to roll off on that one. I think.
Yeah, we need to roll off on that. We
I
never
got
did.
one
Whose
of
is
them.
that one?
We
Whose
should
is
have
that
done it
one?
I thought there
before
was
we
only
attuned.
one.
Did you take it?
Yeah,
Right?
you gave it to me.
Okay,
No,
well
you
it's
gave
in
me
the
the
party.
book.
It's in the party sheet.
There's one in the party sheet. Is that yours? Or is
That was
the one that
there
Jai
was
did one?
Say
There
there's
was
one in the
one-
party sheet. Jide has one on, and Rathskell.
So
I
we
don't think
get
there
it.
were 3 total things, were there?
Stella's again?
Aquas had
think
one
Stella
and
had one, didn't she?
Oglethorpe had one.
Oh, I got Oglethorpe's because
Yes.
And Jide
They
has
looked at me.
Aklas's. I don't know why
Stella,
there's one in the party sheet.
Jennifer, did Stella have one?
No, she did not.
Okay, they just must have not gotten transferred properly.
We need to make sure that Jide has his character set up correctly.
Yeah, I know she had our gold. I think she had something else.
She had one of Oglethorpe's his yellow spell book.
Yep, I have a cloak of protection and a ring of protection.
Yeah,
Yep, you're doing some serious double dipping.
that's incredible. That's +2 to saving throws, all of them. It's amazing.
All right. Well, if nobody has thieves' tools or the ability to pick this lock, I will break it with my
Well,
hammer.
there are thieves' tools in the party sheet. They were Stella's.
Does anybody know how to use it?
I have
Weekend at
one
Bernie's Stella.
one type of musical instrument. No, I do not have. I can't use these tools. So
I can't either.
Right, I can't.
Okay, you may attempt to
meant-
break it. Give me a strength check, and I assume you're just going to smash it with your maul.
Right.
Oh, it's a check, not a.
Check. Check, check, check.
check. One. Nice roll.
You rear back, and like a young teenage boy showing off for his sweet lass at the sledgehammer, ring the bell with the sledgehammer. You hit it once, and it mangles it, and you hit it again, just crashes into the lock, and the body of the lock drops off the little part that holds it. So
Okay. I open the door.
Up to the shadow and be like, "Oh yeah, that's a nice swing right there."
The shadow just looks at him and nods, and then opens the door.
You open the door.
Very nonchalant.
Fireball.
Immediately, you hear this click. Boom! Fireball explodes. And
Jeff
everyone, we need the Shadow, Edward Jide, Salim, and Rathskeller. How far is 5, 10, 30? Wow, you are just missed it.
Mad when we
Who just missed it?
It just misses y'all. I need the rest to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right, before you do that, hold on.
As you get engulfed in flame.
Do you want to target up and do it automatically when you cast the fireball, or do you want us to do it?
No, I want you guys to do it. For those of you within 5 feet, hang on. So those of you within 5 feet, you need to roll it with disadvantage. So that would be the Shadow and Edward Jide.
All right, hold on. Don't roll yet.
Disadvantage.
Okay.
Nobody roll yet, he said.
Just anybody else, but my aura of protection will be a bonus to.
Okay.
All right. Now we should check the.
Boy, is everybody else's sound making funky?
No.
No.
Okay.
All right.
That's
Okay.
back to normal.
Roll now.
Yeah.
So disadvantage for Jide and the Shadow. Shadow, you save.
On.
Yep. Okay, now Rathskeller.
Rathskeller is going to use an inspiration point.
Okay.
So that's actually a 14.
Con save.
Con save.
Can I give a BA to myself? I don't think so.
I don't believe you can at this level.
Okay. I don't think you can at all.
Bard classes. I don't know what bard class you're playing. It would have to be something specific for your bard.
I know there is one that once you reach a certain level, you can inspire yourself.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to use an and here we go.
Okay. Now I'm going to roll damage. All of you will take half damage. However, it is 10d10.
Jesus.
Oh, 1 second before you do that.
That's the.
Shouldn't I have 2 more points for my Ring of Protection and Cloak of Protection?
Well, if you have it set up right, you should. You saved anyway, so it doesn't matter. You saved. Yeah. All of you succeeded, so you're going to take half of this damage that I roll. And it's right out of the book. 10d10 fire damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful save.
Somebody might have to fix my cloak and ring. They got it dipped up.
24 points of damage to all of you. as the fireball just immolates you.
Just look at my cloak of protection and copy it off the combat tracker. And then do the same with the ring. Just change cloak to ring. Make 2 of them.
That would have killed if you hadn't saved.
Yep, killed me dead.
All right.
I dropped to 5, so I would have probably died.
And the wagon is reduced to cinders. And as the fire eventually begins to die down, you do see this big chest that has gotten blown to smithereens. But as you look through it, you see that there's some silvered crossbow heads that have melted, and there's a poisoner's kit and a healer's kit, and a climber's kit and a sky's kit that all got destroyed. Some type of musical instrument. You believe it might have been a lyre. All kinds of silver and gold just melted. Copper pots and pans, a shovel, a golden holy symbol that looks like it might have been of the Morning Lord. Vials of what were clearly some type of liquid, but in vials with stoppers. Burned up scroll cases. Just all kinds of stuff. Incinerated.
Good job, fellas. Way to go. It said do not touch.
You see a mangled bird cage and 2 little dead parakeets.
Oh, fuck you. I bring them back to life. I use my 2 wrath spells.
All right. What do you guys want to do now?
Heal.
I want to heal.
All right.
All right, I'm going to use one of these potions of greater healing.
I want to cry. Everybody is. This is ridiculous.
What's
there's still a greater healing and 2 potions of healing in the party sheet for everybody.
I have 1 potion of greater healing.
I don't have any potions of healing at all.
Grab 1 or 2 out of there.
And then I'm going to lay hands
I can maybe
on
heal
myself
somebody.
for the rest.
Yeah, I can do some for you guys. If,
Yikes.
Everybody only heal once, and then I can heal whatever's left.
Nope.
Do we have any, just for future reference, we don't have anybody in the party who could really search for traps very well, do we? Or do we?
Not really.
No,
There's not.
Bad. We'll get milky.
There's not even a DC to find that particular trap.
Yeah, it would just be
the way it's
Will.
So you
If we had
So there's no way to
picked the
collect
lock,
that.
would it have...
No,
Well, yeah, we could have met her later, and she would have had all that stuff and probably shared it.
Well, there is a way. There was a way into the way that did not involve that door.
Wagon didn't even look.
Okay.
Our thief has died, and we make mistakes. Let us
All right.
take another long rest. This is our house now. We might as well just stay another day. And
Yeah, we'll
take
just
a
stay
rest
another
and-
day.
we can make up something nature that we attacked all these. Yeah, we killed some werewolves out here, and they blew up your truck, and it was crazy.
That is part of the reason I figured I'd go in there, because I figured if we didn't, the werewolves would. I really did think about that.
Y'all, what is your idea for where we go next? Do we travel to the Abbey, or would you like to speak with these werewolves? I mean, I'd hate to ask you to do such a thing if you were uncomfortable, but they had their eyes set on you, it seems.
Yeah, she's gonna take a deep breath. As much as I don't want to go, there's something must be done there. Now, I'm not gonna force everybody to go here, but oh shit. But it's wherever the party wants to go.
What's the purpose? Why are you
They
motivated?
actually wanted him to. They talked to him, said he was the one that comes, like he was supposed to come. They needed to meet
That
him.
my coming was foretold or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Was the reason they also didn't keep attacking me or some bullshit.
And don't forget, you guys, you've also got, you've been pointed in the direction of Krezk a couple times as well.
Right. Krezk and the
Where
Abbey.
is Krezk in relation to the Abbey?
The Abbey is at Krezk.
Okay.
The Krezk is the town, and the Abbey is in that town.
I mean, my impression was we were going to the Abbey in Krezk, but if I'm not trying to, I mean, if Kate werewolf adventure, I'm all for it.
I am too.
It's up to the party.
I am interested in meeting someone to discuss the morning Lord a little bit, but I think this is much more important at the moment.
Okay. I will also remind you that the last scene of the last session was of a little person going over the wall with an abbey overlooking the town. Just saying.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We gotta go.
Give us that again.
Yeah, that's probably a pretty big part. We probably
give us that again, Jared.
The little scene that you saw at the last bit of the session last time was a little creature, a little small humanoid type creature climbing over the wall, and this abbey overlooking climbing over the wall of a town, and this abbey overlooking the town. But again, you guys do what you want to do. I'm just telling you.
I say we go to the werewolves. Fuck James.
I say we do anything but go to Krezk.
Y'all's probably hesitant anyway, and
I am
would
pretty
want to see.
I am in no way, shape, or form to talk everybody into going.
Right. And I think
because
talking to
my
somebody
mind.
in the morning. Go ahead.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but in my mind, they're the ones that brought me here. They want me to come there so badly. It's a trap. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's a trap.
We should obviously go.
It would probably be a trap if we don't agree to what they want, and the way things go in
It
this
sounds
place,
like they're going to try to recruit you, Cade.
Awful, yeah. But it'll be a sacrifice of 3 of us to win his favor or something.
They're the ones that brought me here. I am in no hurry to see them.
The Morning Lord might know why or the priest there might know why my healing has not helped me there. If this smoke and mist and darkness is keeping the revivification at bay, is it the dark gods that they say, hey, this is our thing, you can't do that? That would be awful.
All right.
I'm a life cleric.
Yeah, I'd like to get a bit more info before we literally walk into the wolf's den or whatever.
All right, so Krezk.
I think, yeah, let's go to Krezk.
Yep. Get the hell away from this tower.
Do you have a healing potion you can take?
I can do my channel divinity to get people. I have up to 30 hit points to divvy out.
Oh, I'm good. Don't worry about me.
I'm not worried about it. You.
How many are you down, dude?
How was it? 1.
Oh, you're only down 1?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna cast.
I'm down 24.
Hey, Kenny G.
Yep.
All right. Shadow, give yourself 24, and Jide, you take the 1. And then if anybody else needs 5, take them.
I need them, but I don't think you'd give them to me yet. So
I'm not a dick. I mean,
I think you'll find that
yes, you
the
are.
Reverend loves
I'm already
everyone.
using 30 total hit points. I would not let it go to waste. You know, I did heal you once and give you a weapon.
And you also stole my pearl of power. So
I didn't steal your anything.
kind of just depends on what way you look at it.
All a matter of
versus
perspective.
reality. Perception versus. I can't talk with my lips.
That's what Stella's been saying all along, guys.
What?
What was that?
Perception. That's what Stella's been saying all along. It's how you
Well,
look
you're
at
dead,
it.
so you can't talk.
Yeah.
Ever.
Back to
All
your
right, so
grave.
I'll take
making
the
your
5
way
though. That's fine.
to Krezk. So you know it's off the main road that goes to the west. So you have to go back down the path from
That crossroad by the
back
river.
to the southwest. Go to the crossroad by the river. Yeah, you should have your maps there. And towards dusk, you do begin to you begin reaching the village. And I'm going to pull up this so I can have it ready to share. You come to a road, more of a path really, that goes to the north off the main branch of the old Slavich Road. Svalich Road. And it climbs a rocky escarpment. House built into a 20-foot high wall of stone reinforced with buttresses every 50 feet or so. There appears to be a settlement on the other side of the fence, built into a snow-dusted mountain spur. Beyond the wall, you see the tops of snow-covered pines and thin white wisps of smoke. The somber toll of a bell comes from a stone abbey that clings to the mountainside high above the settlement. The steady chime is inviting, a welcome change from the death and oppressive fog to which you have grown accustomed. It's hard to tell at this distance, but there appears to be a switchback road clinging to the cliffs that lead up from the walled settlement to the abbey. And very near to the western edge of this small town, the mists are thick. And as you look up into the woods above the abbey, the mists are thick. You are on the border, Barovia.
Is there anybody that doesn't have a dark vision, real quick?
I guess I don't. It doesn't say.
I'm gonna go ahead and share it with you then. You now have dark vision up to 300 feet.
I think you should always, if there's not a max, I would always give that to everybody because that's 300 feet when we normally have 120 or
60.
60.
I only got 60.
I can give it up to a number of creatures equal to my wisdom modifier, which is 4. So,
all right.
How do I add that?
I've got 120, so I definitely
You just
don't.
under your senses, you just type dark vision 300.
Yep. Everybody should get it
Senses?
for an hour.
That's on your main page.
Main page.
Got it.
Everybody
so we're coming up on the Abbey now, right?
You're coming up to the town.
Everybody gets it.
It'd be
4. 4 people.
4. So I won't get it then.
So as you approach the walled settlement, the air grows colder and the wind picks up. 2 square towers with peaked roofs flank a stone archway into which is set a pair of 12-foot tall iron-bound doors. Carved into the arch above the doors is a name: Krezk, Krezk. The walls that extend from the gatehouse are 20 feet high. Atop the parapet, you see 4 figures wearing fur hats and clutching spears. Give me a perception check.
We're coming in from the south, going north.
Coming in from the south, going north. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Is that everybody?
Oh, I need to add 1 to this. So mine's a 16. I'm gonna go ahead and start adding my shit in there. I just was waiting until people found out what it was, but I'm just gonna put my crap on.
So y'all, Jide, Rathskeller, and Celine, as you watch these figures atop the parapet, they are shifting about, looking at you, looking back towards the town, looking back at you, looking at each other. They lean closer as if they're whispering to each other. They are clearly quite nervous.
Because of us, or we can't tell?
They're watching you, and they seem very nervous. And as you get closer, you hear like a little couple, like a little plank of wood, a couple little planks of wood sliding away, and you see points of arrows coming out of the towers, where there are little arrow slits that have been opened up.
Whoa, my friends, please be calm.
Who are you? What brings you here to Krezk?
I am the Reverend Raylan. I am coming to the Abbey to give worship.
You're clearly outsiders. What brings you to Barovia?
Oh, you know, the mists here, a death here. You know how it goes.
Trying to find the Krezk music. I love this music, though. I kind of hate to turn it off.
It's good.
We are merely traveling. We have visited a few of your towns. We have visited the winery. It's a little, worse for wear, but on its way back to pouring out that juice that you guys love so much. It's fantastic. I have a sample if you would like.
You have wine? You bring wine?
Sure, I'll grab one of the bags of wine that's in our party sheet.
Yeah, we do have some grape mash.
Mm-hmm.
And we could tell them. Do you want to tell them that we found were they seeds or eggs? Were they? That's going to help the winery get back.
Oh, I wouldn't share all that.
Yeah,
I would just. Yeah, the gems.
Well, I was thinking since they love the wine and the Wizards of Wine, that they would be happy to hear that they're on their way back. But if you want to keep it to yourself.
Mardukov sent us
as ambassadors. Yes, please, we have not had wine for days. We've been without. The shipments have not come.
Well, we have a. Go ahead.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, we have recently come from there. We helped them restore, their production, if you will. We got them back on their feet and cleared them out of some blights. And there's a piece of our reward. I'd like to share it with you.
And the guard you've been speaking with says, quickly, he turns to one of the other guards, quickly. Inform the burgomaster, quickly.
In time, I'm sure the shipments would, return to normal.
That is indeed grand tidings. We are sending for the burgomaster, Dmitry Kreskov. He will be here
Dmitry
shortly.
Kreskov?
Kreskov.
Like Krezk. I get it.
Well, yes, his ancestors built Krezk, right here at the foot of the Abbey, soon after Strahd's armies conquered it. Just for a little flavor history there, real history right there. So, they're running off into town and come back with a very noble looking gentleman. Let's see if we have a picture of Mr. Dmitry. Well, we got a picture of him and his wife. His wife's not with him, but you're going to get to see her anyway.
Dig that sword.
Oh shit!
She's a badass.
Quite the spike.
She got a big old spike. Yeah.
Shadow will be jealous of that wooden stake right there.
It's a hell of a stake.
So, and so this very regal bearing, gentleman with regal bearing, noble bearing, he climbs to the walls. God's here. Tell me you bring wine.
Well,
Is this
we
rule?
brought them a bottle. Yes, they said they hadn't had one, so I shared one.
I reach into my backpack and I pull out the one bottle of the purple grape mash that I have, and I offer it to the burgomaster. With my compliments, sir.
You are too kind. What tales can you tell us of the Wizards of Wine and why we have not had a shipment for quite some time?
Well, it seems they were overcome with blights, tree blights and bush blights and all kinds of blights. But we cleared it out.
I see. You are no doubt powerful adventurers. Your wine is greatly appreciated. Yes, but I must be cautious. There's nothing more important to me than this village and her citizens. What assurance can you give me that you are not of ill intent?
Fuck Strahd.
Well, that is interesting. You find us at, well, a sad and, I fear, perhaps dangerous time. Give me give me a persuasion check, Reverend Raylan.
I have a quick question, Jared.
I'm really good at that.
Is it still a thing that we should be observing, or are we blowing off the whole nobody says Strahd anymore?
That was just in Palaki, I think, wasn't it?
I think that's everywhere.
Oh, it is everywhere? Okay.
Yeah. So I think him saying that was
Well, yeah, and it's one of those things. Like, we've seen enough places everywhere, like we've talked to Strahd, we've done all these things. It's he's going to hear it whether or not we.
14.
Oh wait, I did perception. Sorry.
That's perception, yeah.
Yeah. Hold on.
$17. Two bottles of wine. Is that all you have?
I mean, how long have you been without wine? Are you not?
We have been without wine for several weeks. The people, they miss the wine. They like the wine.
Well, yes, but
If you
do they
have
not have
more,
anything else to drink?
Well, there's five more bottles in the party sheet.
I slap Sling. Shut up.
it would do the village. They would be heartened if we could take the wine to the village inn. I do believe it would do them a world of good.
Or that I can put in the party sheet for a total of 6 that we'd be able to get them.
Okay. So you pull out the 6 bottles of wine.
That's the purple grape marsh. Did we have any other ones? You could drink cold water.
I don't think that'll do. I don't think.
Yeah.
Yep. So I see 6 purple grape mash. I think that's all the wine you got.
Yeah.
They open the gates, and he takes the wine and hands it to one of the guards. Quickly, take this to the inn. He hands him some money as well. Have Ilya, have him apportion it and dole it out evenly. It would be very nice if we could have more for everyone, but we could give them all a taste. It sounds as though the wine will be flowing again soon if as honest as they seem to be.
That was the.
Well, you could send a caravan or a wagon down there to see if they have gotten any for you.
Well, they normally deliver at least once a month, but it has not happened for several weeks now. Several weeks overdue.
Last time when we were leaving, they were sending wagons. I don't know what order they go in, but they did send out wagons with wine.
Very good. Very good. Come, please. Join me at my home. Fill me in on the goings about of the rest of Barovia. We are on the borders. We hear very little news. Perhaps, well, you have been generous already, but, well, perhaps there is something more you can do for us. And starts to walk towards the village. And leads you through the village. I assume you all follow.
Yes.
And most of what you see are just very simple little cottages, little better than hovels. But you do kind of towards the middle of town, you do see one that is a little bit larger, but there's certainly not any type of great manor. It's not nearly as big or appear fancy as what we saw in Barovia and oh shoot,
Valaki.
Wallachia. Thank you, Wallachia. It's just it's just a nice little cozy looking home. And as you near, you see some pig pens and chicken coops. And next to the house, you see what must be the family graveyard. And you see several graves where grass has not yet grown over. These are clearly fairly new. And he takes you in and leads you to the family home. He opens the door, and the first thing you notice is that it is very, very dark. Or yeah, not very dark, but it's very dim. You know, it's not lit up. It's not vibrant.
Not very cheery.
Not very cheery. And there's the scent of some sort of herbal blend, perhaps either brewing on the stove or maybe being burned as incense or something like that. Smells of sage. And he takes you in, closes the door, and leads you back to the living area where his wife, what must be his wife, Baroness Kreskova, he introduces you, and she is dressed all in black. And she has deep lines in her face and just exudes an aura of sadness. My wife.
Is it an aura I can see that I can stay out of?
I mean, it's just, it's just a mood of sadness, a mood of sadness. My dear, these fine folk have brought us, they have brought wine. Not much, but a little. I've sent it I have sent it on to the inn. Can to the village. And she just kind of looks at you, nods, and then sullen, sad.
Are they all within 60 feet of us?
Oh, yeah.
I am going to use my divine sense just to give them a quick once over in the area. Fiends, undead, celestials, just whatever.
All right. You do not sense any evil, undead, fiends.
Wait a minute.
Celestial? Yep. Other than the evil that you already know.
No new evil.
No new evil.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you know he's evil though too, that's not great.
Figure out what's going on with this music. This sucks. Burgomaster music sounds like it doesn't exist.
Well, if you didn't know before, you guys know now that Rathskeller is evil.
I don't.
Perfect.
Shadow, you want to smite him and take him out? He is evil.
Here's where you use one of those stakes.
He's not the only evil you sense in the party.
Well, I mean, can they identify it? So they may not know he is then. If they can't identify who is evil, then.
Well, it wouldn't be they. It's only Salim unless he's going to tell us something.
You might whisper our sweet nothings in our sleep.
Well, I know, but he said I'm not the only one. So whoever else is, he's got to,
I mean,
have it tell Salim.
But we might have a conversation about it if you'd like. But
I'll just text you.
Okay.
Yeah. So the rest of us, there's no way we would know unless Salim says something.
Well, and then he sensed that a couple of times because I think Jared said multiple times. I mean, other than what you already know, so he hasn't really shared it with us yet. But, I mean, I would assume it's at this point after the dark gifts or something, or the goblet he's drinking out of or something. I don't know.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Out your mouth.
I don't think anybody mentioned your name.
I did, but not in character.
Mentioned what?
Okay, gotcha.
Mentioned what?
Jide. Him thinking Jide's evil. That was just CJ.
No, I thought he said there
Rarian
was
would
an
think he might
alignment.
be too.
He did. Jared did say there's an alignment change
Mhm.
for Judd. I remember that.
Mhm.
I can't remember what the reason was for.
Probably him going after Stella so hard. It was right after he came back to the dark side.
Yeah.
Probably.
It was a while after he came out with his dark gift.
So proud.
All right, so he's introduced you to his wife. What do you guys? You know, do you all have anything to say? Any questions of him before we?
I'm going to say to the wife, I see that you're indulging. My condolences for your loss.
Yeah, thank you. Well, it is true. We have had 4 children until so very recently. The last we buried just 4 days ago. And she turns back towards the window and just looks outside.
Yeah, she lost 2 of 4.
She lost
4.
All 4 children. The
All
last
4.
of which just a few days ago.
My lady, can I ask what?
And she turns back to you, and a tear goes down her eyes. Illness. Don't know what it was. Took them one by one. Boy, Ilya. He was a mere 14, the youngest. I am far beyond my childbearing years. There will be no more Krezkovs. That is just insult to injury. We tried to bring him back. We took him to the Abbey. We left him there. And he told us after a few days that, well, nothing could be done. He'd been gone too long. We buried him. And that's when, well, she just turns away, crying quietly.
I have recently lost 3 friends myself. I even tried to bring one back, and it failed. I'm with you in your sorrow, my lady. Maybe we can find out what is going on.
Yes, well, and the burgomaster speaks up. I am afraid we have done. Well, I'm very afraid. That we have perhaps unleashed an evil on a town.
What did you
There's
do?
something not right at the Abbey. The sounds that we hear out of there. People going missing. Buck going missing. We did not want it. We tried everything. We're desperate to keep Ilya alive. I knew better than to take him to that monster. And now,
What monster is that? When you say monster, my ear perks up.
So does Rathskeller's. His eyebrow goes up.
I think she means the monster.
Do not mean Strahd. Strahd pays little attention to us. He conquered this valley centuries ago. We are humble, we are quiet. We just go about our lives as best we can. Nearly a century ago, after the Abbey, former hospital, actually. Hospital and convent. At least. And about 100 years ago, before I was born, the abbot showed up. Some say he walked. Do not know. But he has not aged a day since he arrived here. He used to be a good man. He brought light to all he visited. He worshipped the Morning Lord. He was a priest of the Morning Lord. The Abbey, named after Saint Markovia himself. Saint Markovia, one of the Morning Lord's greatest heroes. But something now is, I don't know what is going on up there, but I believe it to be a great evil. No one from the village goes there anymore. We were the first to go in probably 20 years. But the bells will ring at odd times, day and night. And baleful screams, horrible and inhuman, and laughter, maniacal laughter, can be heard coming down from the cliff top. Soon after we brought Ilya and buried him, brought him back from the Abbey, he was interred. The next morning, livestock throughout the village had been killed. The blood had been drained. And the grave of my son had clearly been disturbed.
Disturbed how? I can't help but interrupt. When you say that, I just can't.
Well, it appears something has gotten out of it. We checked. He was still there, though. Ilya was still there. The abbot told us there might be consequences of bringing back one who had been dead for so long. But we just had to try. We had to try.
Rathskeller says.
Breaks down.
Times dead is better.
Then she looks at you with a glare of hatred.
No, that was from Pet Cemetery.
Oh God, Lord, I haven't seen that since 1983.
Sometimes dead is better. He didn't say that. Did you hear Cindy say that too?
Yeah,
that's funny.
We say that all the time around the house.
As one does.
Sometimes dead is better.
I think Cindy says it better.
She does. She does everything better than me.
So,
yeah, go ahead.
So the body was intact but the grave had been disturbed. Is that the gist of it?
Correct.
Can you tell us any more of disease that killed your children? Was it an infectious disease or a plague or?
It was just one died of the consumption.
What
Another
more can you tell us about this man from the mists, or the abbot you called him?
Yes, the abbot. He is the abbot of the Abbey of Saint Markovia. As I said, he has not come down from the abbot.
Where is the abbot on this map?
It is up. So you see, the abbey is on the right.
That biggest building.
The two biggest buildings.
I was going to
And that's
ask
up
you
on
about the
top of the
map.
cliff.
There's like
Little arrows.
elevations. There's elevation
Yep.
marks in there, so
Yep.
it's really like 700 feet above the town. Is that?
Yes,
Okay.
that's right. So it's
So
way
which
up.
one
It's a
is
real
it?
steep switchback.
There's
You
two
know
of
what?
them.
Let me ping.
Aha!
There's one right
Ping!
there.
Okay.
Can you share that
Then the
map
one
again
next to it,
quick,
and then it's a big
please?
wall around it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
And what
getting
made
colors
you
now.
bring your? Was it a son or a daughter? Did they say?
Son.
Son.
What made you bring your son to the abbey if you were distrustful?
They had to try.
Some people,
Yeah.
desperation.
You have no children, do you? She snaps at you. Do you? Do you have children? Have you ever had children? Would you not do anything for them if you had?
I did not ask to insult you.
We had to try something. We were desperate. He was the last.
I understand your desperate plight. I meant no offense.
I do not know. The burgomaster starts again. I do not know if the abbot did something intentionally, or if it is just a intended side effect of trying to raise one that had been dead for so long. But you have the look of
Brasco.
hearty folk about you. Please, visit. Find out what's going on there. Find out what happened to my son.
The Abbey of Saint Markovia is a acronym for Wuhan Lab in a different language.
Yeah. It's an open air meat market.
That's for sale and such.
To the Abbey, I'm in.
Very keen to learn anything useful about these unusual deaths, and particularly what sounds like a very suspicious abbot.
What's the abbot's name again?
The abbot.
We just know him as the abbot.
Just
He
the
walked
abbot,
from the
okay.
mist.
Came
I
from
don't
this,
even know
hasn't
about this guy.
aged.
And hasn't left.
No.
Weird sounds are coming from.
Cackling and weird sounds, and the bells toll at odd hours.
For whom the bell tolls.
Seems like I need to bring some light to this morning lord's house of worship. Reignite the flames.
What time of day is it?
It's evening.
Okay, well.
Do we do a spooky haunted house at night, or do we wait till morning?
If you're looking for monsters, nighttime is always the best time.
Is that right, Shadow? And I nudge him.
I prefer the night, but I will defer to the party.
I mean, we'll be more prepared for this than most fights we get into.
I have more spell slots.
He
than
looks
that.
at
20
Jide when you say
episodes.
that.
I think we should go now. The more time we give them, the people here that we're here, maybe have more time to prepare.
Practical Jade to the Abbey.
Baron and Baroness, would you have us call upon this abbey and investigate on your
Yes, I just asked you to
suspicions?
do that.
Open your fucking ears, Shadow.
How much of that bourbon?
All of it.
Not enough.
All right, let's go. I'm all for going.
All right, so he kind of directs you to the winding road up the Abbey, and he says, "Before you go, if you follow this road, first west and then north, you will find the pool and shrine. It is rumored to have been blessed, but long, long ago by Saint Markovia. I suggest that's it. I suggest
I just like using it now.
Yep. I suggest that you go and you drink from the pool.
Ah, it's a trap.
And then when Rathskeller hears that, he's like, "What exactly happens to you when you drink from the pool?"
You feel refreshed and strengthened. Restored, if you will.
Would it make a little girl who thinks she was a cat be a normal girl again? That would have been nice.
I do not know. I've never come across anyone of such crazy description.
Hell, every other person I meet has some sort of kink or another. Quirk, I meant.
Oh, we don't kink shame.
Krezk.
Freudian slip.
King Shane capital of the world.
When he looks at his wife, side-eyed. Am I right, honey?
Kink shaming
nudge,
is their
nudge.
kink.
Hang the swing. I'll be right there.
Hey, Jared, I don't think you ever gave me the Pearl of Power.
Okay.
Can I do I use my innate spell for a furball and do detect magic on the water if we're close enough?
Okay, so you head up to the water?
Yeah,
You go there
Yeah,
first.
we're going. Let's go.
Okay. So let me pull that up. So even under the dimming gray sky, you come to this pool at the north end of the village, and it shimmers and sparkles. Near its shore sits an old gazebo on the verge of collapse. A wooden statue of a mournful, bare-chested man, its paint chipped and faded, stands in the gazebo with arms outstretched as though waiting to be embraced. Religion checks for my two.
I have the religion skill. Can I do it too? Or
Okay, yep, you absolutely can. Yep.
Is my guidance. So I got
Rev
a
and
25.
y'all, you recognize this statue immediately to be a representation of the Morning Lord himself.
The Morning Lord.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. My eyes are shooting over to Reverend. See what his reaction is.
The same abbey that we went and visited in Barovia, or Veliki, rather, I think. And worshipping the light and housing vampires would be, quite ridiculous.
So anything from that detect magic around the water?
Let me check.
I'm also gonna hit it with a divine sense. If I'm gonna drink out of it.
Okay. On the far side, you do not detect any evil. You not detect that you have not detected. Not detect any undead, celestial,
And I
anything of
don't
that nature.
detect good either.
You do from me, yo.
Yo.
Yeah, there are a couple of good
Ding
essences
dong.
around you.
Ding dong. Yo.
Check something out real quick.
But the water
Ding
itself, I
dong,
don't
man.
get anything.
Do we have any? I mean, we go down a lot, but we don't really have any squishy people, do we? We all kind of have decent AC, right?
I think so.
Well, except for you, yeah.
I'm 16.
You're
I'm
16.
16.
Okay.
16 as a fighter?
You pick up. What is the range on detect magic?
16.
It is 30 feet from me.
30 feet from you.
You sense presence of magic within 30 feet of you. You sense magic in this way.
Okay. So if you're looking at this map of the, you see the little pool there in the shrine.
Yep.
Where are you on this? Looking at this pool and the shrine, I would say would be, would be like right in. Oh, what the fuck? It's not what I want.
Right there.
We'll call it right there.
So, that's a big ping.
Woo, how'd you ping that big?
Just
That's
what
what she
size
said.
it is for it. This is what
Oh,
size it is for this map, I guess.
It's
This
these
is the
squares are
gazebo,
50
though,
feet,
right?
so.
Ah.
I thought this would be the.
It doesn't really say, honestly, where the gazebo is.
I lost my pinger, man. Where's my ping tool?
Top right.
No, it's gone. Mine's gone.
You got to click the button that says toggle toolbar, top right.
Yeah.
I thought right there would probably be the. Right above that.
I don't even have that anymore.
Little circle.
So anyway, I'm just going to say that on the underside of this little gazebo, maybe like right below it, right below the floorboards, you do detect magic.
Kill it.
Pick it up.
Underneath the floorboards?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll go ahead and start feeling if there's any loose floorboards or anything to pull away.
You have a crowbar, too.
My hands, my talons and claws are the crowbars.
I have a practical guide that could destroy that very quickly.
Think
Don't want
about
to set off any more
This
fireballs.
is keep in mind now. This is like a gazebo, and like there, it's, there's like the little trellis things around the bottom of it, where you might be able to actually get underneath it without tearing it all up.
Yep, I'd do that.
I would prefer a practical guide to destroy it. Just joking.
So try to crawl up underneath it.
As you crawl up underneath and begin to look at it, you look under and you see two eyes looking back at you.
Ooh.
And you see the face of what looks like a halfling, dirty and disheveled, with looks like a little bird's nest on top of his head. Can you tell us more about what he sees when he looks under that?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it took you guys freaking forever to get here.
Lucky I did detect.
You haven't missed out on much for what it's worth.
It worked, guys.
You missed out on a really big fireball, so you're welcome.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Yeah, so you look under there and you see a halfling. He's very tame. 9.5, he'll claim. And
Style says it.
imagine Radagast from the Hobbit movies,
Oh, cool.
except an under 30-year-old halfling. Right, so he's just like covered in dirt. He's got bird shit in his hair. He is grungy, dirty, filthy, and loves it. And except he's got a couple of oddities. His eyes, you notice, are about twice as big as they ought to be. He's got these huge eyes. And they kind of reflect the light in an odd way that doesn't quite seem natural. And he's real skittish when you look in under him. He's wearing like clothes you would wear lost in the woods all your life, basically, right? You think about like he's wearing like skins a little bit, but it's not big skins. It's little skins that have been stitched together. And he's, moss and stuff like that to cover him. And he's carrying a scimitar that he found, but he's got it sheathed right now. And that's about what you would notice.
Does he have any immediate reaction to seeing a large wolf man come eye to eye to him underneath the gazebo?
So he sees you. And he smiles. He says, "Hey, you're like me." Flat out excited as hell to see you. Hey, who are you? I'm Willen. I'm lost.
They call me y'all. Here, let's get you out underneath this gazebo and let you meet the rest of us. We mean you no harm.
You're not going to make...
I have no intention.
Okay.
Do you stink?
Oh, dude, he smells so bad.
I'm from the woods as well. I don't...
Well, we are next to a lake. Maybe a quick dip?
No. I'm maybe... He kind of rocks a little bit at that. Right? Does he see you, Salim? Are you down looking?
Well, I wasn't down on my hands and knees, but
yeah, I don't know if anybody even knows that you're down here
Slim was
besides
eating.
me.
Okay.
Unless they hear me talking to you.
And he starts rocking back and forth a little bit nervously. Oh, okay. Y'all,
No fear, and I'll hold my claw out and like a handshake, almost to help you from underneath.
All right, so he'll take your hand and he'll come out slowly, though, very skittish, and then as soon as his head comes out, many people there are, he tries to scramble back again.
You guys are driving this ship now.
Yeah.
There's nothing for me here.
I don't know.
It's fine.
Come on,
It's
y'all.
totally
Obviously, he
fine.
doesn't want to join us. Let's go.
He's probably safer out here. Little fellow's just poor scared.
What do you have? Did you just appear underneath gazebo, or what?
No. I climbed a wall. I'm a good climber. Are you a good climber? Most wolves aren't good climbers.
I haven't tested my climbing ability, if I'm being quite honest.
I climb better than my brothers. I'm the best climber in my pack.
Your brothers? How many brothers do you have?
Oh, I got like lots of brothers. Lots of brothers. Got lots. They're wolves too. Do you know them? He's 27,
okay.
Which coming of age for a hobbit is 20, but you can tell like it's not really acting his age.
What else did you say about your brothers, Willen?
I climb better than my brothers. I'm the best climber in my pack. And he just kind of chews his lip, and he's looking around at everybody nervously.
You mean a werewolf pack?
What's a werewolf?
I point at y'all. Kind of.
Well,
And he kind of looks at you
truly.
confused.
The closest thing, I guess.
Just for visual's sake.
He looks different from my brothers. My brothers don't walk on 2 feet; they walk on 4 feet. But
So your brothers are werewolves as well.
What's a werewolf?
Your brothers are wolves, then, I mean.
Yeah,
Werewolves
I'm a wolf.
they can turn
I'm a wolf. I'm a wolf. Turn human? No. No, my brothers are always wolves, just like me.
Maybe we're closer than we thought, and I'll reach out my hand again.
And he'll take your hand.
Change out a cat for a wolf.
How long have you
a
been
little
here?
bit. How long has he been here, Jared? I really don't know.
Not very long at all. I mean,
Okay.
With a couple, you've been in Barovia for a couple of days. Been wandering the wilderness.
2 nights. Been here 2 nights. How long have you been here? Do you live here? Is this your shed?
Oh, God, I couldn't tell you how long we've been here. It seems too long, but yet too short.
Are you guys? Are you nice?
Very nice.
Not particularly.
He talks funny.
Who talks funny?
No one. I wasn't always a wolf. Were you always a wolf? I wasn't always a wolf.
I wasn't always a wolf either.
Wow. We're like the same.
I'll actually, you know what? I'll use my innate spell to use my disguised self and turn back to my original Furbolg self. I don't know how many other people have seen this.
Okay.
But this is who I was before I became this wolf form. The mists that I'm guessing brought you here as well. They turned me to this when I showed up. I don't know very much besides that, but
You're lucky. Being a wolf is so cool. It's the best. It's the best.
take your word for it. I'm still getting used to the thing.
I can be other things too. I like being other things sometimes. I like being a spider. Can you be a spider?
I can't say I have.
Being a spider is fun. Like being.
Can you crawl on the
Those
ceiling?
of you that are not engaged with Willen, that perhaps have been looking around at the water, give me a perception check.
Hold on.
Reverend and Salim, as this conversation is happening with y'all and the shadow, as this conversation is happening with y'all, halfling, though he is a man, he seems like a child. You're looking at the water, crystal clear. And you could swear that there is the odor of a lavender coming off of this water. And it also looks like there are stars reflecting on the stars in the sky.
My friends, we may not want to be swayed by this. These people told us to take a dip, and everywhere we gone, people have been dicks to us and attempting to curse us, kill us, all these things. It looks pretty. What in Barovia has been pretty than Irina? Really, come on, guys.
I thought that Stella was gorgeous. And you cuss an awful lot for a holy man, Red Eye.
Soon tells me to live life. Has nothing about words that I use.
He's Catholic.
And I never mind.
I fart in your general direction.
So I'm gonna reach out my hand to Willen and say, "Listen, Wolf. Listen, little Wolf. You can trust me. I won't let the rest of them. If you want, you can be the tallest party of the You can be the tallest member of the party. And if he takes my hand, I'm gonna put him on top of my shoulders."
Oh, that's cool.
Do you allow him to pick you up?
Yeah, he'll do it.
Okay.
He trusts y'all.
So that's probably shit. I'm like 7 something. So now I'm 7'4".
Dude, you guys could take alley oops and destroy them.
It's like Master Blaster here, except
Oh yeah,
smart.
we'll run Barter down.
Now you just need a really long trench coat.
That's right. Yeah, Muppet Man. Yeah, so he'll go up and he starts smelling your hair, like the top of your head, trying to get to know you.
I could see
Yell's
you
a
up
bit
there,
reluctant, but he's letting this guy get his bearings. He's so frightened. He remembers when everybody else first came into these mists and just how terrified everybody was. He's trying to at least calm the emotions and let him get to know us at least a little better, to know that not everybody in these mists are foe.
I could see you up there, like digging through his hair, like a little ape on top of another ape, and eating the
picking nits out of his hair.
Yeah.
Salim is kind of intrigued by this water, where he had drunk that potion after the fireball. He's going to use that empty potion bottle and lean down and get some of this lake water in it.
Okay.
Stopper it up. And does it continue to shine in the bottle, or does it lose its luster and stuff? It does continue to sparkle.
Yeah.
And he sniffs it. Is it the water that smells of lavender? Does that?
It does.
So you said there's stars in it, right?
It's glittering like stars.
Oh, I see.
John, I hear you talking out in the other room, but I didn't hear.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Jeff.
He reaches down into the water. He gets a little on his fingers. He rubs his fingers. Does it feel slick or viscous or anything like that? Like oily? Feel like water.
It feels like water.
All right, y'all's gonna totally take all that glittery as stars and presume that it's maybe blessed by Saloon. He's gonna hold out his hand.
Well, the burgomaster told you that it is rumored to have been blessed by the Morning Lord.
Morning Lord.
And the Morning Lord has the statue there.
hold
assume
up.
whatever you want.
Does the Morning Lord resemble Strahd at all?
Nope.
Good.
Hold. Just to hand it over.
I'll hand him. I hand the potion bottle to you.
I'll take a swig.
All right.
That water's not too bad.
I'm gonna dip a flask into the water as well and drink from it.
Okay. Does anybody have any exhaustion? Y'all, you don't currently have any exhaustion, do you?
Nope.
It is sweet
Krezk should have
and
exhaustion.
refreshing, and
No.
well, you've rested.
Yeah, that's right.
Sweet and refreshing, and it just feels divine. It feels wonderful.
I take
It tastes wonderful.
the potion bottle back. I fill it up, and I'll down that, and then I'll refill it again.
Okay.
I'll just fill up my water skin with it.
All right.
Just
Yeah,
in case.
after that drink, I'll feel whatever I have left.
Speaking of exhaustion, I'm showing I'm exhausted.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
So, y'all,
No, you got two
when
cloak of protections effects on right now. You're like you got two cloak of protections and the ring of protection on right now.
no. One's ring of protection.
I am looking at your effects right now. Cloak of protection AC1 save 1, ring of protection AC1 save 1, cloak of protection AC1 save 1.
I only see one ring and one cloak.
I say I'm not showing you 1 on 1.
Now, because I just took it off.
No, now there's only ring and
Yeah,
protection.
combat
I'm
tracker
also
just
one.
shows the ring now.
Yeah.
Here, let me
That
do
is for
this.
true.
Is it showing two
Now
of
there's
them?
one of each.
that is one of
each
those.
now.
One of
think cheater, but I don't think he was cheating this.
One of each.
I'll show you bastards.
We're just saying that's all we see, though. We're just saying that.
Yeah,
I hear
that's
your
all
que-
I see.
I think
I hear
Jai
your
says you're a
questions.
lion, though.
I hear your questions. Now what do you
The same.
Each.
One
of
ring,
each.
one cloak.
All right. Yeah, you left one that was not
Roll a
correct, so
die
I
and see if
took
you're
the
getting
correct one.
+2 or +3.
Somebody's got to try to hit him. Or roll your saves. Yeah, roll a save. Like on the
Yeah,
strength
just roll a
save.
saving throw.
Or and something like charisma or
Okay, charisma.
see if you get +2.
Nice roll.
There you go.
The spirit of Ackless lives on.
That's right. All right. So,
So-
if you put if you took some of that, put lake potion
Lake
on your
potion.
inventory sheet.
Right.
If you have already taken a drink of it, please make a note of that for me. All right. Anything else here at this little pond?
Yeah. So, y'all,
Mhm.
after a minute here, you feel Willen start rocking back and forth, like nervously. He's kind of twitchy. He starts kind of real nervous, and he says, "Put me down! Put me down! Put me down! Put me down!"
That's okay. All right.
It's gotta be.
Easy.
And he just takes off for that. And he kind of trips on the way, stumbles, and he scrambles, and he goes into the water, and he goes underwater, full submersion. And he just stays down, no bubbles or anything.
Shit. I'm gonna go towards the edge of it and looking for him. Make sure he's at least okay.
So clear. You see
Ground himself.
He's a
And
toad. He's a fish now.
It's just like he's just laying on the bottom. belly down.
This is what I used to do at Tate's Creek Pool when I was hungover. I'd get the respirator on, and I'd just lay down and go to sleep at the bottom of the pool.
He's just laying on the bottom.
Down in the diving well, all that pressure of 14 feet deep down at the bottom, on top of you. When you're hungover, it's great. It was fucking fantastic.
Y'all's just gonna look back towards everybody else. Does anybody know how long halflings can hold their breath?
If he's
The
talking
seconds
about wolves, and he says he is a wolf, and then or a spider and things, he could
said
be
he
a
could also
druid
be
capable of changing himself.
It was very all of a sudden. I was very fearful that we didn't make. He was very fearful of us. He had a shower, so
Yeah. Or no, he didn't want to shower, and then he went.
Yeah, he
yeah,
didn't
he
want
didn't want to shower, and now
he didn't want to
he's-
jump in there, and then he just jumped in there.
Yep.
Well, it's very
another
strange.
cuckoo bird for
Very
the group.
strange little boy, but
Well, yeah, I don't know that. I mean, he is a child. We want to take him into the Abbey
That's
Witness.
He's
how
not
to
a,
go child into an evil act.
Yeah.
he's an adult.
Never take a kid to a church. It's bad news for everybody.
Yeah, very unsafe.
Yeah. If you've seen The Omen, that's really bad thing to do.
All right, so
Can't leave him laying.
how long do you
underneath
stay
the
down there,
gazebo.
Will?
I mean, it's been at least 30 seconds far.
Okay.
He's going.
He could try to lure you in and turn into a shark and eat you.
I pull some
How do you
bread
know
out of
he's
my
a
pack
druid?
and I cut little pieces off and throw it onto the.
About 40 seconds now.
He's a duck.
It's been under.
See if I can lure him out.
How deep is this little lake or pond?
It's not super deep. It's 3 to 5 feet deep,
Oh, so an arrow would reach you.
potentially.
About 50 seconds now. No bubbles.
Anybody have a fishing pole? He's probably just sleeping down there. No bubbles.
Strange.
All of a sudden, my as a bonus action, my echo appears down in the bottom of the pool.
Okay. Is it doing anything?
He's just being there.
Just
Menacing.
hovering over him menacingly.
Is he is he trying to get Willen's attention? Is he
He's
just looking? Is he in the
just
sight of Willen? So he just appears there.
I don't know how big this pool is. He might not. I mean, he wouldn't know exactly where to go. So
It's like 200 feet across, wide, and
so the odds are
left to
he's
right.
not close to him because he just went in a random spot. So chances are he's nowhere near him. If you want to roll a D100 and see if he's near him.
That would have been good. Just have him appear right next to him.
I don't know where he is.
Oh, I thought. Well,
So after a minute, Willen breaks the surface. Oh, he looks like he might have been pretty close. So he gets startled by the sudden appearance of this echo. And he starts swimming back, but he does not breach the water. And you'll notice he's swimming pretty quickly. Swimming back, he keeps his head underwater for a few more seconds. Then he comes up, breaches the water, runs back up on land, finds just a spot of grass and dirt, and starts rolling around in it. And the whole time he's just going. He's trying to get the water off of his body, and he's rolling around in the dirt.
Go back up to me.
I walk over to him and I use Presto Fresh Maker to make his clothes all nice and neat and no water and everything.
Oh, nice and neat. Okay,
Yeah.
that just no.
I mean, you didn't see that whole time you were talking. Reverend had Presto in his hand, and his other hand was holding his hand, and it was just shaking and shaking and shaking like it really wanted to just attack you with it.
Brass Scholar will step in the way, and he'll say, "Stop this nonsense. Can't you see this poor soul is terrified of being clean? Leave him be." He looks over at and he looks over at Will, and he's like, "You roll around in that dirt, little man. Get yourself the way you like. Don't let these people intimidate you."
He just kind of nods as he just kind of grabs clumps of grass and shoves it in his armpits, and just real fidgety.
You're perfect the way you are. Don't let anyone, especially that red-eyed cleric, don't let him tell you otherwise.
Okay.
I'm getting, my shadow is getting impatient to go to the Abbey.
Is it morning yet?
I am getting impatient either.
Is it morning?
Me too.
So you begin up the switchback road that hugs the cliff. The cliff. It is about 10 feet wide and covered with loose gravel and chunks of broken rock. The ascent is slow and somewhat treacherous, and the air grows colder as you near the top. And finally, you enter the fog that is, above the higher elevation. And you continue to climb to where the Abbey is perched. A light dusting of snow now covers the trees and the rocky earth. And you get to the top of the wall. Let me share this.
How tall is the wall?
20 feet. The gate is 10 feet.
Okay.
And let me get
It's a gate that we can see through, or it's a solid?
It's a solid gate.
Okay.
Let me make sure that.
I assume you guys are taking Willen with you.
Invited Willen to ride on the shoulders again.
Oh, he's right back up there.
You guys, as the closer we get to the top and the colder it gets, it's just fucking shivering. He's freezing. His teeth are chattering. He's got his cloak up all around him, and he's walking with this kind of like walking stick cane thing to help him in the cold, because he's just absolutely, he's breath, like y'all, all your breath is coming out probably, but his is coming out even just way more. Like, he's shivering, clutching that bag, that burlap bag.
Need to get Willen on the combat tracker here.
And he's had that cane the whole time. I just forgot to tell you guys about that.
All right.
Willen, were you looking for something when you came over the wall? Did you have a reason you left your brothers to go?
My brothers aren't here. Brothers are back in the other place. I remember water, and then things going dark, and then water, but different water, and then there was a wall, and so I climbed the wall.
Did you go in the water just then to see if you could find your way back? Is that what you were doing?
No.
Okay.
No.
Is that an acorn on your head?
It's a nest with a bird in it.
It's a nest. That's awesome. That is hilarious.
I was gonna look over to
cool.
Reverend and be like,
He's
may
cool.
have to use calm emotions quite frequently.
Yes.
So you come to this area here, and that gravel road is passing between Two stone outbuildings, parapets, that sort of thing. And you see the courtyard of the Abbey lies beyond. And as you begin to walk through...
Wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
Before walking any further, once we see what we're looking at is in sight, don't worry, this is not going to be very good or long, but my friends, before we go in here, remember, we must have each other's backs and go in, not go rushing in, but have some sort of plan out, fighters go in, support them. I will keep you healed up and going. We will start the auras and try to keep things together. We can do this. We can stop this. Whatever. If it's bad, it's bad. If it's great, it's great. Who knows? Let's see. And I cast motivational speech, which will give 5 people 1, 2, 3, 4. I won't. Yep. You will now get advantage on wisdom saves as long as you have your 5 temporary hit points. And advantage on attack rolls if you are hit. So,
why is he talking about fighting? Why is he talking about fighting? What's fighting? Who are we fight? Who are you fighting? Why am I fighting?
Everything we come in here always tries to fight us for some reason or another.
Perhaps you should go back down to the pool, Willen.
Oh, no.
If you're not looking for a fight, this might be the wrong party.
I can fight. I fought my brothers a lot.
How did it go?
Mom taught me how to fight too.
As you near those 2 little guard tower parapet things, a head pops over the top of each one and says, "Who goes there? Who goes there?" And this is what you see on the left tower.
Oh, shit.
And this is what you see on the right tower.
Damn. Oh, shit.
What do you want?
Why is he almost...
My mind, I'm going to look over at Salim.
What are they?
And we'll fade to black.
Oh, shit.
And we come in at an aerial view over what appears to be the village of Barovia. And we begin to center in on a house, a small house. And we hear from inside, "There you go, darling. One more push. One more push. There you are." As we go through the window, we see a mother, a new mother. Yet she is drab and pale, clearly one of the Barovians who do not possess a soul. And the midwife stands beside her, between her legs actually, as she picks up and catches and pulls out the little baby, a brand new little baby that is crying in her arms. Unusual, we see a shock of yellow blonde hair on a baby. And she's squalling and squalling. And she opens up her eyes. And you could swear just as she goes silent, she makes a sound that almost sounds like the meow of a cat. And her eyes open. And they are very, very unusual and rare yellow. Wah! Wah! The midwife hands her to the mother. The mother holds her to her breast. She begins to nuzzle and calms down. And you hear the purr of a cat.
Oh shit!
Awesome.
We'll see you next week. Jeez.
Oh, that was awesome.
Wow.
That was awesome.
I thought it was going to be a cutscene for minutes.
Oh man, that was awesome.
Sorry, CJ. I know you wanted. She was reborn into a new person,
Pretty
a new
cool.
baby in the mist.
Pretty
She
cool.
her soul couldn't escape the mist, and she was reborn.
Very cool. That was awesome. I like Willem too. He's Willen. I mean, he's.
You want to tell us anything about Will and James, or not
How
yet?
did that happen with the gentle repose, though?
What do you want to know about Willem?
That's the magic
Yeah,
of the
what do you want
mist.
to tell us?
What you want to know?
Is he friends with a small boy named Mowgli?
No.
Okay.
But you're getting close.
All right. Well, I got a bolt, guys.
I mean, if you don't want to tell us yet, that's cool. But I mean, if you want to tell us something, I'd love to hear it.
I think things will come out.
Okay.
Some of you guys are guessing a bit. You're getting kind of close in some places. That's all right. No,
Okay.
I think it'll just be fun. It'll be fun.
Things are gonna heat up next week. That's faux show.
Hey, Jared, can I talk to you real quick in DM chat?
Absolutely.
I just wanted to give you a heads up. The last time we leveled up, I took a spell called Find Steed.
Okay.
So it says you can be different things, like an elk or a camel or a horse or a mastiff. I assume those are different sizes for different size characters,
Right.
but I'm not sure. But I wanted to see, because I don't want to go through the whole thing of trying to worry about mounted combat and stuff like that. So I just wanted to see if maybe you'd let me cast it as a mastiff.
A mastiff.
Just a large
I
dog.
had another thought just now,
Okay.
but I was going to think maybe a unicorn.
Well, that is
It's
Mialiki. I mean, if you're okay with that, it wouldn't have any powers of a unicorn.
Right.
But
well, let's think about it. I like a mastiff too, so let's think about it.
Yeah, because I kind of wanted to use it as like a familiar-esque kind of thing.
Right.
But anyway, yep.
Okay, let's talk about it through the week, but I'm good with either way.
Okay, that's cool. Thanks.
All right, good deal.